Now we're going to go in some of the drill work. First one, we have martial ones. This is going to start, you're going to have your throwing side towards the target. This is going to really help with the late launch that both Randy and Wes have talked about today. We're trying to get that late launch out here. So as we start, we'll turn back, turn, and as we turn, since the throwing sides are already ahead of the glove side, we'll throw with that late launch. It's also very good for deceleration. So as we turn here, there's nothing blocking as we throw normally. We have this front hip blocking our deceleration pattern here, which is why you see a lot of guys turn around it like that. While we're doing martial, there's no front hip to block you from keeping that deceleration pattern going. So as we go, it's there, you keep turning, and the arm, the shoulder, and the arm never bang on the side of your body or get that undue stress on the back of the shoulder. Next one, just a simple advancement of the other one. Martial twos. This one we're just gonna add a little momentum into it. Start here, turn into it. Get the same kind of thing going. Still very good for getting that late launch and helping the deceleration pattern at the end. But this one we just want to get more momentum into it. Starting at the beginning, similar with rugby's where we started with the little movements with your ankles. We want to start as simple as we can, kind of a final arc phase where we start from the beginning, the end point of the delivery, and work back to the beginning. Okay. Next one, walking torques. Okay, we're going to start here, walk into it, but this one we're going to throw it regular. The one thing about walking torques is as we go into it, we're going to try to keep that back foot as straight as we can towards the target. So as we go up, it's getting the full separation of the hip to shoulder. So as we go in here, throw it normal, right? So a lot of our guys' favorite drills, we use this one in long toss a lot. So we'll start guys out with martials, and then as they get comfortable with martials, then we'll go into walking torques, and then into step behind with arm swings. If the guys like long toss, they generally go in that order. And with any of these drills, we use the connection ball in a lot of places with any of these drills. So if a guy has a bad forearm flyout, martial one will put the ball in the one position, martial two will put the ball in the one position. Any of these drills, really except for the last one, we'll do with connection balls. Next one, quick pick. So this, as you can see, we start with our back towards the target. This is really good for helping guys with long arm actions, right? It just forces them to quicken and tighten up the loop in their arm action. So we'll start here, we'll step back. It's basically a pick off to first with an overemphasized step back towards first base. So the reason we're doing that overemphasized step back is as we go, when we step back the further distance, it's forcing our glute to get behind our heel, as opposed to if we just take a short step, this back leg stays really vertical as opposed to getting into the glute. And you getting that glute load. But for me, the main focus of this drill is just trying to make sure my arm is working tight and connected and trying to be as quick as I can with the arm action. Next one, we got jump backs. So this one is, I'm going to take this foot and I'm going to jump back. And when I jump back, the focus, get the butt behind the heel. Okay. So here, getting the glute, go, throw. This can also be a good arm action drill as well, but it's more of a lower half drill because you're turning on the glute as soon as you can. So start, jump back, get the butt behind the heel, and then as soon as you get to that load, we want to get going and get out of it. We don't want to get here and sit in it and lose all the energy we built up. Okay, next one, torque drill. Okay, very similar. It's the stage before our walking torque drill. When we get this overemphasized hip to trunk separation, what we're going to do is we're going to start here, rock back, get in that glute load. So it's going to here, rock back, butt behind the heel, and as we go, it's going to start all with our back hip. So the whole rotation is going to start with our back hip. We're going to be here, and then at the end, we're going to keep the foot turned over and keep the pinky toe on the ground, just to make sure that the guys are getting that hip rotation all the way through release. Because what we've seen is a lot of kids, they'll get like this, they'll have some fairly good hip rotation, but as they get to release, this foot comes up and they don't get the last little bit of hip rotation. They can add a mile an hour or two to their fastball just because they lose it, okay? So, looks like this. Oh. Rock back, get over the glute, turn that hip over. We also have a lot of guys, Ollie being our dirt throw coordinator, we get a lot of guys, when they rock back, they get some good turn, but as they lift their leg up, their leg goes back to external rotation again. We really want to keep that back leg internal as long as we can, just to make sure that that hip is really following through and really getting all the way through the release point.